Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the governments of the world, they're rolling out their plan to force biometric technology upon its citizens. This is their main agenda, because basically what they're bringing in is a new world order. So that she said that our ability to buy and sell, travel, open a bank account, and so on will only be by our biometric information. Now, isn't that significant to what the Bible has to say? Because in Revelation chapter 13 from 16 to 18, it says that the false prophet, because it's going to be the false prophet that demands everybody to take the mark of the beast, which is the Antichrist. He's going to be pointing everybody to worship this Antichrist. So it says he causes all. That's the whole world. All, not some, not a little, not a few, but all. It's very clear on that. This is global. He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on the right hand or on the forehead, and unless nobody has the mark of the beast. I'm not saying it word for word because I don't have my Bible with me right now, but it's like that. But unless you have the mark of the beast, you will not be able to buy or sell. Now, isn't that significant? How they're getting people conditioned, they're getting people used to buying for things with body parts, like with their hand, with their face. Now, I just want to read this quick thing here to you guys about biometrics. Canada, everywhere. This is going everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is going everywhere. I just want to read this to you about Canada. The Citizenship and Immigration Canada, this is what it says: international use of biometrics. Implementing biometrics will bring Canada in line with other countries such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia, which already use biometrics for immigration and border security progress. Several other countries are moving in the same direction as well. So they're already moving in that direction as well, like we just saw right there. So this is a global effort, ladies and gentlemen. So I wanted to come on here and I wanted to make this video, and I just got something here. It's literally insane. But I want to read it to you. It's called Your Body is Your ID. Now listen to this. Enrolling the world into a single global biometric ID system. The world is being enrolled into a single global system of identification and financial control. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it always has been about control. One's body is now directly linked to the control of financial transactions. Oh, where did we hear that before? Maybe in the Bible. No one can buy or sell without a mark. Is linked to the, look at that, one's body, your hand is part of your body and your face is part of your body. One's body is now directly linked to the control of financial transactions through biometric ID. An international ID system, that's worldwide, international ID system that is used computers to automatically identify individuals on Unicon. Oh yeah, this thing, remember I was talking, I think this is the thing I was talking to you guys about. I think this is Unicon, or is this unique? Physical and such as facial image, facial recognition, and digital fingerprints are common forms of biometrics. Almost all states and nations now use biometrics to identify their residents. Facial recognition software uses a high resolution photo to create a digital map of the face. This map is linked to other personal data, name, social security numbers, etc., to create one's unique, right? Biometric identity. A photo collected for a driver's license, ID card, DL ID card, or passport can be used to directly enroll individuals into a global ID system over which they have no control. and that can be used to identify and track individuals in public using surveillance cameras. Okay, I want to continue, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let you guys be aware of this. Okay. To create a global biometric system, states and nations must, number one, enroll their citizens, DLID cards, passports, national IDs, school ID, etc. Number two, adopt international standards for document photos and data sharing. Number three, link databases for global information sharing, global ID tracking, and surveillance. Such a system is the goal of the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, according to Robert something, DHS U.S. visits, who stands the information sharing is approximately around the world. The DHS plan to create a global, hear that, worldwide, a global security environment of international share biometric data. This is going everywhere, people. Okay. Biometric data that would permit link individuals with biometric personal information held by government and corporations, database sharing, turn state ID into a global biometric ID. RFID biometric, oh man, are you serious? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just getting, this is just crazy. Okay, RFID, I'm not going to be able to read this all to you, but RFID, biometric ID, is linked, oh yeah, okay, I understand now. Because on the biometric ID card, it's going to be linked in with an RFID chip. Maybe this is what they're talking about. Let me see. RFID, biometric ID, is linked to RFID, radio frequency identification technology. RFID chips are often used in biometric documents, okay, such as driver's license and passports. RFID devices are common use for product ID, animal ID, and ID, the driver's license. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to come out and share with you. It's just incredible of where we stand today. Like, they're pushing this globally. We're not going to have the ability to buy or sell, have a job, have a driver's license, take a plane, attend a sports event, go on the internet, or whatever, you name it, unless we link in with our biometric technology. And this is funny. We're not going to even be able to take money out of our own bank account. Like I just said, we won't be able to have a bank account without it. Because it's all going to be linked in to our biometrics. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen, but this is what's going on. Because I even made a video about it, because they're openly proclaiming it. This is the future. The future is now. They said you won't need a PIN when you pay for everything with your face. The people that don't like this idea, well, I guess they're not going to be having a comfortable future. Like, these people are so blunt, they're making it public that they don't really care anymore. In these documents, I guess you're not going to have a comfortable future. And then they're trying to make it all sound good, you know? Like these school IDs in Newtown or Florida or wherever it was. Is that they're getting rid of the school IDs, and now they're replacing the school IDs with their eyes. They scan the people's eyes. It's in Newtown, Connecticut. You guys can check it out. And what else? Yeah, they're trying to make it all sound good. Because they showed the guy walk into a store. He's like, you see, I have no credit cards and I have no money on me. How am I going to pay for something? Just with my finger. So I guess because that guy, he handed over his biometrics to a bureaucrat, so he's already in the database. And so that's how his ability in buying and selling is by touch, is by body parts, by biometrics. So he buys something, he goes to the cashier, he just touches. He's like, I don't need to put any pin or nothing in. He just reads his finger. So I guess by that reading his finger, it identifies the database that he already analyzed his fingerprints and his palm imagery and all that. It analyzed it. So it reads it and identifies on the reader at the grocery store that he is that person who he's saying he is, and his picture comes up, and that's how he buys his stuff. No cash, no money, nothing. Just by the touch. They're trying to make us slaves, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going along with this, and I pray that you guys won't either, because they are conditioning us for the mark of the beast. But the good news is, for us that know Jesus Christ, we will not be here for that. That happens during the tribulation period. Yet we see all these things. It's just amazing. I never thought that I would be seeing the stuff that I'm seeing happen right before my very eyes. But I want to say this. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. So that's all I wanted to say is may you share these videos. This is what's coming down the line. And they actually said it in their own document that the governments of the world are going to enforce this biometric technology upon its people. The purpose for it is for control, monitoring, linking, scanning, surveilling. They want total control. And for a cashless society, it gives the government more control and more power over its people. Like they said, financial control. Your ability to buy. You see that? Like it's all linked into your body. Like it's just incredible. Anybody that knows the Bible will know. Like look at this, man. Yeah, that's why it breaks my heart that Bible prophecy today, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but it's declining. It's going down the drain. Nobody's preaching on it. That's why I'm not stopping preaching on it. This is what God has called me to, and I'm literally amazed at what I'm seeing today. But I want to say this before I close. We are very close to the rapture of the church from taking place. For everything that is going on in the Middle East, Bible prophecies are coming to pass every single day of the minute. But listen to this, because I was listening to this preacher. I just couldn't believe. Like, we are very close, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Brothers and sisters in Christ I'm talking to. We are very close to the rapture of the church from taking place. Because they're talking about Ezekiel chapter 38. That's the war with Gog and Magog, where Russia and all the Arab nations go up against Israel, and they attack. And this pastor that I was listening to, he said he believes all this fighting in the Middle East, it's not over chemical weapons or this or that. It's about oil. It makes perfect sense because they found out that Israel has found oil. Right in the middle of Israel there's a big oil, okay? So Russia went to meet with the Prime Minister of Israel. He said, you know what? This is a bunch of lies though. This is not true. Russia would never do this to Iran. But this is what the guy said. I don't know who it was that said it, but it was one of the Russians. He said, you know what? Israel, if you give us a bit of that oil, we'll break off our ties that we have with Iran. You hear that? We'll break off our ties that we have with Iran. And I think someone said, do you want to do business with the Russian mafia? Because that's exactly what it is. Like everything is here. But obviously Israel's not going to give them any oil. So that's what's going to cause Ezekiel 38. So we're this close, and yet the Bible says that I shall go up against them that are at rest, who are at peace, who are dwelling safely, without walls or bars or gates. So that means the rapture has to happen, because this is going to happen during the 7-year period of tribulation, when Israel is dwelling at rest. So when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them. That's what the tribulation starts. They think everything's alright, world utopias come, and so on. But anyways, before I close, as well as they said during everything's going to be tracked. Like they have RFID chips in our clothes and our shoes and our pants, everything. But I said the barcodes are going to be replaced very soon with RFID tags, RFID technology. Anyways, it's just amazing of where we are today. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's just literally amazing of where we stand today. And like I said before, and I say it again, my job is not to make you believe these things. I'm just telling you the truth, and I am telling you the truth, like I always say. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research and see for yourself if these things are so. And you'll come up to a conclusion that these things are so. And by the way, it's all Bible prophecy coming to pass. The devil is very slick, getting people conditioned, just a global ID. And yet in the future, that's going to go from the national ID card, from biometric technology, to the mark of the beast. This is all a stepping stone to the mark of the beast. Like I told you before, they said by the year 2017, there's going to be a universal ID database. what more can you ask for? Anyways, that's all I'm saying. I'm looking for Jesus. That's all I'm looking for. And that's all I got to say. And God bless you all.